What are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing? Why'd you click on this video? Oh, I know. You were being horny. Now, usually I'd have some pretty stiff charges lined up for people like you who go around clicking on shit like this, but you got a really big set of nuts down there, I can tell. So, look, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. But don't let it happen again, okay? All joking aside though, today's anime truly is a mature fantasy anime in the sense that it is emotionally mature. And I know what you're thinking. You don't want none of that. You just want to see those big anime titties flopping around everywhere. There's none of that in today's anime. But trust me, it's still worth the watch. The anime I'm talking about today is, of course, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. And the story follows Frieren, who is this immortal elf. She's a wizard. She's really fucking badass. And she goes on this big adventure with her group of friends. She defeats the big bad villain, and her and her friends, they come back from this adventure. They have a great time. And Frieren decides she's going to go back to doing the exact same shit she did before she left. She's basically a hippie. Like, she goes around in the woods collecting herbs, kind of. I'm sure she's smoking some things. I don't know what it is she does, but she wakes up after her 50-year bender, or however long she goes in the woods for, and wonders like, oh, I wonder what happened to my friends that I went on this, adventure with. She goes back to find them, goes back to the city, and she realizes, oh shit, I'm immortal, my friends aren't, so my friends are all freaking dying on me, and they're getting old, and they're not any fun anymore. She has to kind of come to terms with the fact that she's immortal. And she's filled with regret, and she decides that she's going to set off on another adventure to discover the meaning of life, or come to terms with her own immortality, so to speak. The thing I absolutely love about Frieren is it doesn't try to pretend it's something it's not. And what I mean by this is it doesn't go out and try to say it's like a Chris Nolan movie with trippy 4D plot structures and time changing whatever. No. It knows exactly what it is. It's a simple fantasy, and it owns it. And by making things so simple from the get-go, it allows it to kind of reach out and go for some really complex things without overthinking itself. The character designs are really simple, the art is really simple, the music is beautiful. It's all beautiful, but it's really simple. And, there isn't some huge complex villain that's trying to get everybody. There's barely any villain at all. There's no complex isekai power system that you have to learn with scaling and these crazy fights. No. It almost makes you forget that the whole show is about Frieren dealing with the fact that she's going to die before everyone else she knows and loves and will be doomed to wander the earth alone. But that's what the show's about, and that's why I love it. Despite the inherently heavy nature of Frieren's struggle, the show doesn't spend a lot of time expressly thinking about it. I'm sure we've all seen shows where all the characters do is they sit around and they're like, this sucks, That's not Frieren. Frieren spends the majority of its time building up Frieren's relations with the other characters in the world, like her and her apprentice, or her and this other motherfucker, I can't remember his name, but he has red hair. They build up all these relationships. And they start to sneak in world building, where all of a sudden, you'll be fighting this demon. That Frieren and her friends, they go and fight this demon, and they realize, oh, this spell that they taught this other girl earlier, it's relevant here because this evil demon guy was the one who wrote the spell, and they're going to use his own spell against him. It's kind of outlines his history. Or they'll go into this town and they'll see the statue and they realize, oh, Frieren used to know this guy way back when in the day, and this guy defeated this other person over here, and it really pieces together this huge history. And you sit back and you look at it and you're like, whoa, since when did we have a world? Since when did we have a plot, They start out with this very bare bones structure for a fantasy anime, and they turn it into something amazing. Now, on top of all this, there is practically no fan service anywhere in the anime. Despite, my clickbaity thumbnail and title, there's practically none. And that makes it perfect for new anime enjoyers or people who don't really like fan service. Like me, I've been a part of this game for too long. I see an animated titty jiggling in the distance, it doesn't even faze me. I don't even blink. I just take it, Not because I'm into it or anything, but because I'm used to it, right? But to new anime watchers, that's like the kiss of death. So this is perfect to recommend to your normie friends or whoever, right? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That's all I got for today. Please comment. Let me know what you think down in the comments if you've seen Frieren or whatever. And make sure you like and subscribe. And the channel's been doing really well lately. I want to thank all my new subscribers. You guys are the G's. Welcome. If this is your first video after subscribing. I love you guys. I'm going to try to keep doing good stuff. I know I kind of been dancing around like a monkey. I have ADD, so when I talk, I kind of do like a this. It can be kind of distracting, but that's how I roll. I can't really help it because I have ADD, whatever. And yeah, gamers, thank you so much. I'll see you guys around. I love you. Bye-bye.